that isn't us though, is it?
Yeah, it is right there.
Oh, it is.
Ship boats.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Big boat.
No, small boat compared to other boats.
They're not compared to the river boats. All set?
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I'm about to board my first Viking Ocean Cruise. Well, I'll call it an ocean cruise, but we're just heading out onto the Mediterranean Sea.
Welcome. Yes.
We're embarking on the Viking Jupiter in Athens and disembarking a week later in Venice.
Hello. Thank you.
Passports.
Yes.
If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I've been on Viking ships before and that I enjoy their river cruises. This time, I decided to see what it's like to be on a bigger ship.
We are.
We chose Viking for a couple reasons. One reason is, the more you sail with them, the more deals you seem to get. We booked this cruise more than a year out and received a few $100s off because we've traveled with Viking before. They do a nice job keeping repeat guests happy. Another reason is, even though this is a big ship, it's only around 1,000 guests. Not sure I'm up for one of those cruise lines with 2, 4, or even 6,000 passengers on board. This is my third Viking cruise. I have a fourth one already paid for that I'll take later this year. On that fourth cruise, we're traveling with friends we met on our second cruise. I heard from other passengers that you'll meet friends when you travel with Viking, and it's true. In this video, I'll cover our cabin, the restaurants where we ate, the various pools, the entertainment, and some of the amenities and services. Let's start on deck 3 where our cabin is located. So this room is double the size of a river cruise.
Oh, yes.
So we have slippers, we have a robe, we have plenty of closet. One feature to point out is that on a river cruise, I book a French balcony, which is a sliding door to the outside. You sit inside the cabin while enjoying the outdoor views. On this cruise, we had our own outdoor balcony. And it won't be the greatest view because we're still in port, but our very own balcony. Well, here's the port. It's a beautiful day. And we are 3 flights up. We're on the 3rd floor. The Tosh are above us. I can't believe this cake. We could share it with all our neighbors. Since it was our anniversary, Viking welcomed us with a bottle of sparkling wine that complemented one large chocolate cake. Not sure if they did this for us because we've become repeat guests, or they do this for anybody who's celebrating an anniversary, but in either case, thank you for the welcoming goodies. So on your first day, sodas, is that a tonic water? It is. And almonds, chocolate, Cokes. I'm looking for the proverbial hair dryer, which I bet is in the bathroom because the bathroom is just so much bigger. Freya conditioner, body wash, shampoo, body lotion. Nice big shower. It is spotlessly clean. And if you want to heat the floor, you press that and you adjust the temperature accordingly. And then this floor heats. Let's find the hair dryer. Safe. Laundry service. Hair dryer. There we go. So do not bring a hair dryer from North America. You'll have one here. The lights I like so much. Look at that. American and European outlets. Oh, that's how we do it. It's a dimmer. See? And then we can dim accordingly. You'll download an app when you board. This is the best way to find out about everything that's going on. The app provided information on the day's events, meal times, when to disembark for your day's excursion, and when you needed to be back so the boat didn't sail away without you. This app allows you to make reservations at a particular onboard restaurant or book your time at the spa. Stuff like that. You'll also receive a daily newsletter that provides the information you need. Viking Daily. Interesting, so you have this on the app, but they still print it.
Very good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is your cruise director Verity with an updated schedule for today.
At times, your cruise director will talk via the ship's intercom to let you know upcoming events, change of plans, and other important information. There will be daily lectures and updates on the upcoming ports, excursions, and activities. Most of that will be posted later for you to watch on your cabin's television.
Well, a very warm welcome on board, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that have joined us here in Athens, a warm welcome on board of Viking Jupiter. And for those of you that are sailing with us all the way...
If you still have questions, just look for the oversized information screens on board that will ensure you know what's going on. There are plenty of places to eat while on board. If you're someone who cruises with the thought of nice meals each evening, there are formal eating establishments you'll enjoy. The fancier places will require a reservation. They'll also have a dress code. When you book your cruise, check with the Viking representative on when you can start reserving both shore excursions as well as tables for dinner. Our cabin, which was one of the less expensive ones, didn't allow us to make reservations as early as other cabin guests could. Even so, we had no trouble getting into our restaurant of choice each evening. Let's see what they have. Beer marinated chicken, roast turkey.
Cayenne sauce is should be like a must-have.
Yeah, so I'd probably like that, wouldn't I? If you want to visit a particular restaurant on a certain day and there are no open tables, just check back via the app occasionally. For us, there were always last-minute cancellations. Let's start at the bottom of the ship, then eat our way up. For our first dinner on board, we went to Manfredi's Italian restaurant on Deck 1. Manfredi's menu is the same throughout the week. This restaurant seemed to be popular as reservations were pretty much booked every night. What kind of cheese was it? Do you know what cheese that is? I started with a glass of wine. Certain wines are included at no additional charge for all guests. We then had soup, split a plate of caprese, and moved on to our main courses of ravioli and tomato basil pesto sauce and risotto with shrimp cooked in shellfish broth. They had a dessert menu, even digestifs for an additional fee. I like panna cotta.
Well, panna cotta is basically a pudding.
I know, but... If you purchase the drinks package, these fancy digestifs will be part of it. The panna cotta and Nutella? And Nutella? Yes, thank you. Perfect.
Coffee or more wine?
No.
Does it taste like Nutella?
It does. It tastes like Nutella.
Pudding is what.
Basically, yes. Aha, here it is. So let's talk about the drinks package. Beer and wine are included with meals. If you like mixed drinks or want higher end wine, you can opt for a drinks package on your cruise. That will take care of your drinks as you can order anything you want. You can purchase the package prior to setting sail. Run the numbers first. I guess if you prefer top shelf spirits or you have quite a few drinks a day, it makes sense. I really only drink beer or wine, and there was more than enough for me already included with the price of the cruise. The selection of beer I could choose from free of charge was extensive enough for me. From light Italian lagers to dark German lagers, and even over to Belgian blonde ales. So for lunch and dinner, beer and cider is complimentary, including the Grimberg, which is a really good deal. The wine included with the cost of the cruise was varied enough for me as well. The frag you'd pay for. Staying on deck 1, let's move over to the chef's table.
Thursday night is the night we're going to. So we're doing Sunday. We're getting a Sunday.
Karen S. Burns Booth from Great Britain. If you're a foodie, you're going to enjoy this dining option. The reason I liked the chef's table was because it was an experience. Gin and tonic with a lemon twist.
I picked the perfect night for us.
Mini Yorkshire pudding and slow braised brisket, quail Scotch eggs. Viking created a menu, categorized it nicely by day, then paired it with complimenting appetizers, drinks, palate cleansers, and desserts. You kind of get the VIP treatment anywhere on board, but I really felt like I received it here. The menu at the chef's table focuses on a particular style of food, which changed a few times during our 1-week cruise. We ate here twice. Our first night was British cuisine, served with quail Scotch eggs, beer-battered fish and chips, of course, and Yorkshire pudding with roast beef. So that's the quail egg coated in sausage. There was also a palate cleanser that consisted of gin. I never had anything like this before. So a gin and tonic palate cleanser.
Yes.
It's a gin slushy.
Yes. Boy, does it taste like gin.
If you like gin, you would like this. Since I like the taste of gin, it was an unexpected treat. This is a very Jessica palate cleanser, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, not so much the gin, but definitely the fact that it's a slushy.
Alright, so with your main course tonight, we have this Berlinger. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a grape coming from California. And it's going with your beef brisket.
Thank
Would
you.
you like to have another beer?
It's very Hogarthian, though, to have gin and beer in the same meal. Much different than fish and chips from the local chippy, isn't it? Pretty fancy looking. Which is why I had to order a lager with it. It didn't seem right. Okay, here we go. Looks pretty good, don't you think? Dessert was Whim Wham. Cake layered with fruit, mixed with an addition of cream sherry and Scotch whiskey. So this is a Whim Wham. And it came with either port or this.
It's like a dessert wine.
Dessert wine. A fruity dessert wine. A few nights later, the cuisine was Mexican. The courses included tostadas, tamales, prickly pears, and short rib and mole sauce. Discussing dress code, I viewed it as don't wear jeans and put on a nice pair of shoes. Men don't need a tie or a jacket. For women, you'll be fine in a dress or slacks and a nice blouse or sweater. I don't think the average Viking customer would have any trouble packing accordingly. Now let's climb the stairs to deck 7 to where you'll find the World Cafe. If you like the ease of a buffet, plus the opportunity to try several different types of food, this is your place. One of my favorite meals is sushi. The World Cafe has a sushi bar.
Here with soya sauce.
It's all so good. Do you know what's on top? Eggplant. Yes. I guessed eel, and she said, no, it's eggplant, but would you like me to make you some eel? I didn't know what to guess. She said if I guessed correctly, I could have as many as I wanted. This is open kitchen style with many different international food options. There's pizza, pasta, seafood, Asian-inspired dishes. Just about anything you want is available. Alaskan king crabs? Wow. I just got to get a shot of these things.
Yeah.
More. Oh, and ceviche. Okay, Spanish.
This is the shrimps and cocktail.
Okay.
The crab and mango.
Crab and mango.
The poke bowl, cocktail. And the wakame. The poached shrimps, scallop. And mixed green. And the stone crab.
Okay. I'm gonna get more sushi, but I think I will come back for
Sushi
that.
that side.
You can dine inside or al fresco on the Akavit terrace. There's even a nice bar area where you can sit.
I met with Graham in passing, and he was like, hey, hello. And everybody
Vanilla, gelato, mango, and guava.
One of the best Italians. We know them.
The World Cafe is likely where you'll have breakfast. Maybe being here each morning just made it familiar for me, but I like the atmosphere. I really shouldn't have, but it was vacation, and I treated myself to a few more Eggs Benedict than was probably necessary. Eggs Benedict, fresh fruit. Another nice place for breakfast is Momsen's. It's located on the main level of the Explorers Lounge. Here you'll find plenty of Scandinavian items. For breakfast one day, I had waffles made in the traditional Scandinavian heart shape, followed by a decadent pastry with custard. As someone who grew up in a Nordic family, this was familiar food that I really enjoy. I know I'm in Southern Europe, but the options to have sushi in the evening, plus Swedish pancakes in the morning, are quite nice. Staying casual, there's a bar and grill near the large indoor pool. You can order from the grill, make your own salad, and have drinks delivered from the bar. Simple salad, simple veggie burger,
Have you ever
banana,
decided that
vegetarian burger,
You know the name of that ship? What cruise line? What
Fruit
cruise line
salad.
ship is with?
so we've got pizza, salad, pasta salad,
and Indian. They had Asian, they had a salmon, they have big dessert selection. They did have a slightly bigger salad bar, but it was pretty crowded in there already. So I got the pizza and the lentils in there.
the lentils. That actually looks pretty good. Although the veggie burger is good. It's a little too big for the bun, so I have to be careful eating it. So here's the menu of the pool bar. And we have just about everything. Some American was going on and on yesterday about Jack Daniels. But what I like is they have Carlsberg on draft. Several other bottled beers, but they have Carlsberg on draft. We have chocolate creme brulee. And what? The Winter Garden is also close to the indoor pool. Here's where they serve high tea. What are you going to try first? Bergen coffee, Akavit espresso cream and water, teas, rooibos, Moroccan mint. That cucumber sandwich looks good. That pistachio looks good.
I like that one. That's the one we had yesterday.
And that's basically an English fruitcake, right? That one. Mediterranean mandarin. And a Darjeeling. Talking of tea or coffee, you can make yourself a cup during the day. The World Cafe has nice self-serve machines here for you. These drinks are free of charge from any of the bars that are open too. I like the bar off the atrium as it always had light snacks or other items like cookies and scones available.
Can you see the string?
There's plenty of eating when you're cruising. I met people on board who seemed to be on the ship just for that. What else do you do on the ship? Quite a bit, actually. Let's start with the pools. On Deck 7, this ship has an infinity pool on its stern. Here's a ground shot of it from the port in Italy. It wasn't perfect pool weather, and there were never that many people in this pool, but those I saw in it looked like they were having a fun time. I found it a bit small. I also felt you were just too much on display floating in what is the centerpiece of the Octavite Terrace, so I opted to find a different place to relax. The indoor pool is quite a bit larger. With an adjacent hot tub, this was really popular.
Sure enough, it's the main pool. Oh, it'd be great. Just come here. And the hot tub. Which, let's face it, if you have a hot tub, you don't need anything else.
Here's where I saw a few guests swimming laps early in the morning. There are towels available poolside. You really just need to show up in your swimsuit.
Have a seat.
But let's get to my favorite place on the ship. It's the thermal pool. If you like relaxing in hot tubs, this is the place for you. We were here just about every evening. It's small, but it never got too crowded as there's way more than just the main pool. There's a hot tub, a steam room, a sauna, and wait for it, an ice bath.
Cold bucket shower.
If that isn't wild enough, there's a snow grotto you can visit. Now, ice baths aren't for me, but for someone who grew up north of the 45th and lived in Finland for a while, the snow grotto was a nice treat. It's the same as taking a sauna, then jumping into a snowbank.
Literally has snow. They need to serve Finlandia vodka in here. Look at that snow. It's like I'm back in Joensuu. Lens may fog up now. I mean, pool is sort of misleading because you wouldn't swim in it, but you'll like it when you go in, that's for sure. And there's the steam room, which I won't go in because the lens will just film completely fog up. Here's the cold water plunge. No thank you, not going in it. I've seen people in it. One guy said he stayed in for 5 minutes, which, God bless him. That's not for me. Oh, beautiful Finnish sauna. Look at that. Julenisen. It's not Christmas, but you get the point. Not really super hot here. Yeah, not at all. Kind of surprised. 62 degrees. And to make sure you don't stay so long, very Finnish here. Or I guess I should say Nordic. There we go. And it looks like they allow you to put water on the hot rocks. I never do. I like the dry sauna, but it looks like you can. You could spend all day in here. There's just so much to do and so much to see. You don't want to spend all day in here, but you could. And here are the lockers. Every time you show up, you have your own flip-flops. Really nice comfy towel, really nice comfy robe. And you use your key card to lock and open them. Amenities, let's see what they have. They think of everything. Vanity, shaving kit, comb, shower cap.
There's a gym nearby that you can use during the day.
And here's the gym. Water ready for you.
There's also an outdoor area for exercising and yoga located on the top of the ship. You'll even find shuffleboard near a putting green.
Shuffleboard. Putt-putt golf. Yes, sure enough.
Well, does it, if you land on the 10, it's 10 points. If you land on the 7, it's 7 points. Isn't that how it's scored?
You know.
Table tennis. Bocce. Bocce ball, yes. Have to get the bocce ball set out.
Finally, a walking area encircles deck 2.
My hair is going to be windblown. Here we go.
If you walk 4 laps on it while looking out over the sea, you will have walked a full mile. It's easy to stay active on your cruise.
Four laps equals 1 mile. Do one more, then we'll have done a mile. Okay.
After visiting the spa and having dinner, we then had more daily rituals. One of them was meeting friends for trivia.
And we're pretty much back where we started. You're right.
We won first place 2 nights, by the way, since I seem to know enough about music history that I could hear a Rod Stewart song in 3 notes, and I knew when Queen released some of their songs.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Explorers Lounge. At exactly 5 minutes, we're going to be starting our Name That Tune. So for those who are just walking in, please let me know if you want.
Did we get a prize for coming in first? Of course we did. Free sparkling wine for the team.
There we go. It didn't pop.
After trivia, we either enjoyed chamber music in the atrium or a show in the theater. You may have heard that Viking cruises are not your normal party cruises. I would agree with that. This is by no means a spring break crowd. Guests skew older and a bit more laid back without being rowdy. There's live music on stage each night, and there's plenty of beer, wine, and cocktails to ensure you'll have a fun time. I guess a party cruise really comes down to your definition of party. Musicians perform one evening after trivia in the main pool area just off the Winter Garden. Yes, it felt like a party. Quick mention before I forget, there is no casino on board. You can also attend lectures. On this cruise, the lectures focused on 2 topics.
Think about Hammurabi's Code.
The first topic was history, predominantly art history, which makes sense since we embarked from the city that is home to the Parthenon. The other topic focused on astronomy, which also makes sense. You're at sea, you're going to look at the stars. These lectures took place in the theater and were informative as well as entertaining. Be sure to attend as many as you can. They're interactive. If you have questions, please ask them. One other mention regarding astronomy. There's a mini planetarium on the ship. We never made reservations, but the lecturer would tell you when events are happening in there and how you can join. It's small, so my guess is it fills up quickly.
This would be the library. Reindeer skin.
The ship has several libraries with books you could borrow during your time on board.
Viking ruins. I bet this is one of several. We have one of these at home. A lot of English. That's a good one. It's a very good one. You have the Egyptologist. Yes. We bought it in Britain years ago at Heathrow. Aha, Maria Callas. There we go. Twice in 2 days. That's a good sign. You want to sit and play?
They had table games in the atrium too.
Air hockey.
Stand if it's little.
I can't remember how to play backgammon. Blackjack I remember.
Show him to stand. We want him to bust. We want him to get all the big ones.
I'm big blind or small blind. And I'm going to bet bad hands.
All these public places have plenty of art to enjoy as you stroll around the ship. Information about the art is in the app on your phone, as well as in a catalog that you'll find in your cabin and books around public areas.
It's a morning after, Prince.
A little divider.
My dad loved that. He saw the original in Oslo. We know the Bunad well, don't we? That's our people.
How do you stay nicely dressed for these evenings listening to chamber music? Well, Viking has laundrettes that are free of charge.
Oh, here's the ironing.
This was nice as we had been traveling prior to our cruise and were staying for a few extra days after disembarking.
Oh, it's so nice and air conditioned in here. Look at that. Washer number 3. Perfect.
They even have ironing boards to make sure you won't be wearing a wrinkled Oxford to dinner.
This is great.
If you want some fancy jewelry to go with your freshly clean ironed shirts, there's shopping on board as well. We walked past some designer jewelry each day, and we also looked into their gift shop.
Oh, we know that guy. Wow, look at this.
Yes.
Should you go on a Viking cruise? I'd say if you've saved for a big vacation and you've always wanted to try a cruise, river or ocean, then yes. I'm sure people will tell you that Viking is a bit more expensive than other cruises. I've heard that too, but pretty much everything is included in the price. With Viking, you can talk to one of their agents directly or your travel agent, and when you hear the final price, that's the final price. You have included port excursions each day and entertainment in the evening.
Venice. Venice is divided in the part in the mainland and the part in the lagoon with all the islands. In total has a population of 250,000 inhabitants. 200,000 of them
more or less are located in mainland, while a little bit less than 49,000 are in the downtown Venice.
Sure, you can upgrade to other excursions or purchase the drinks package, but you don't have to do that. With Viking, you get an all-inclusive cruise for one price. If you're looking for an older crowd, or maybe just a cruise without young children, then Viking is a good one to choose.
Hello.
Everyone on board must be at least 18 years old. You'll have to pay gratuities. That can be paid either before your departure or they'll add it to your bill at the end of your cruise. There are so many staff members working on these ships, most of them you'll never see. You'll get to know the waiters at meals and the cleaning crew as they tidy up your room each day, but all of the crew members who work below deck or put out fresh flowers each night when you're sleeping need tips too.
Is it live music or? It is. What a wonderful world.
With Viking, you don't have to pull out 5 or 10 euros every time you talk to a staff member or sit down for dinner, unless you want to give a bit extra to someone you get to know really well. If you want to give a bit extra to someone you bonded with or who really went out of his or her way, do what I do and look for them toward the end of your cruise. You can tip extra then, and you'll be sure you can say goodbye properly.
So we just got back from Corfu. Right there, the old town. You see the fortress, you see the church that we toured. And now I'm going to sit out on my veranda and enjoy Mythos beer. Cheers.
Staff members are always available to help with your needs. A good example was our disembarkation. We weren't sure the best way to get to Venice from our port in Fusina after our cruise. Guest Services was there to discuss options for us. In the end, we had them book us on a bus that took us into the city. If you have questions on your port, taxis, where to exchange cash, any question at all, there will be someone on board who can answer for you. To sum up, here's how we decided on this particular cruise. We were planning a trip to Greece anyway. Since we knew we'd have to purchase airfare, it made sense to check prices on what we would pay versus what Viking would charge us if we booked a cruise around the same time. Remember, you can fly earlier than your embarkation, and you can stay later. You can also choose to fly into or out of a different airport. For example, if your cruise ends in Venice like ours did, but you really want to visit Rome before heading home, for an additional fee, Viking will book your flight out of Rome at a date of your choosing. You'll have to get to Rome on your own, obviously, but you do that anyway. Check with a Viking representative when discussing your travel itinerary because there are restrictions on flight deviations. We've never had any issues picking a different day to fly to Europe or a different day to fly home. I think the prices to deviate slightly are worth it. It wasn't that much more to change dates, so keep extended stays and perhaps other locations than just what's included with your cruise in mind. We reserved this cruise well over a year in advance for a small deposit. If you do that, you'll lock in the price. You still have time to decide if you want to go early or stay later. If you then see a better price, you can cancel your reservation, forfeit the small down payment, and rebook at the new rates. Honestly, I've never seen a better price come after I've reserved a cruise. These ships fill up fast. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe as I'll be adding additional travel videos shortly.